is officially the top of the hour. And as you know, here at the Bridge Club, for those of you who are new to the Bridge Club or have been with us before, we are prompt, if not anything else. We like to laugh, we like to have a really good time, but we are very, very prompt. So tonight's topic, so first of all, welcome 2019. This is our first event for 2019. We are very, very, very excited. There's Tracy, she's there too. We got Molly, we got Gina's gonna be coming on. This is awesome. We are really getting ready for VMX. For those of you, I'm hoping, can everyone raise their hand if you're going to VMX? If you're not, is everyone going? I'm assuming those people not on the video are also going, because otherwise, why would you be here? Except for you love us and you can't help yourself. So what we're going to do is we are super, super fortunate that we have folks from NAVC with us. As you can see, and I don't know where she is on your screen, but she's on mine, top row, VMX right behind her head with the ears coming right out her head. I love it. That is Danna, and she's the head of communications. I'll let you be more formal with your title here in a minute. And so she's going to help walk us through a lot of things that are happening. And then to my left, I'll have her raise her hand and wave, is Danna, and Danna is the VP of
Danna.
What?
Danna.
Danna, it happens all the time.
I was doing so good.
The reason I corrected you is because this is like our life, and we kind of have like this running joke about it, and it's pretty funny. So,
oh my gosh. Well, my apologies. So Danna, okay. I mean Danna, we got it. And so Danna is the head of education. So she's going to go through those pieces, but we have a few people also that are joining us that have great things to share as well. So I'm totally geeked and excited. I see Deborah is down there. Hello, Miss Deborah. So as people keep joining in, so we're going to get started, and Danna is going to give us our toast, and then we're going to kick it off. So get your glasses, everybody's. And I can, for this particular, I can say ladies, because I think we're all ladies, so I can officially say that on this one. Ladies, get your glasses. Okay, I turn it over.
Okay, perfect. So hi everyone, and thank you Catherine and Brenda for having us tonight. As Catherine mentioned, my name is Danna Miller, not to be confused with my co-host Dana. I am the Senior Director of Communication here at the NAVC. And tonight I brought along a friend with me. This is Belvedere. He gets his name for his velvet ears, and he's really happy to be here tonight too. And these big ears are going to make sure that I hear all of your discussion questions tonight. So really just behind this is a big to-do list for our event, and I figured you guys probably didn't want to see that, so this is what we have. So again, thank you all for coming tonight and being here, and thank you to the Bridge Club for having us to discuss VMX, Veterinary Meeting and Expo. We are the world's largest veterinary educational event, and since our event is right around the corner, this is a really great distraction for Danna and I to be here for the next half hour. We get to push out all the last minute chaos that planning an event for thousands of veterinary professionals requires. So cheers to a fun evening, chatting with friends about this incredible profession we all share. So we'll take a little drink now.
Yes. Okay, so do you want to dive in first on education? Do we want to do that topic first?
Yeah, how about I'll give a little event overview really quickly, and then we can dive into education if that's okay. I know most people are probably familiar with it and everyone's already coming, but I just wanted to mention that VMX is now in its second year under that new name. We were formerly called the NAVC Conference, and we do kick things off next weekend right here in Orlando. Our event officially starts Saturday, January 19th, and it runs through Wednesday, January 23rd. It is at the Orange County Convention Center's South-North Concourse. And for any of you that were here last year, it is the same location as last year, so it should be pretty familiar. With attendees from all around the globe, VMX covers important topics in veterinary medicine, and it's the first educational event of the calendar year. We have over 700 exhibiting companies. We offer more than 1,200 hours of continuing education, a ton of after-hours entertainment, and countless opportunities to connect and network with colleagues and peers. And with that, Dana, you can cover some of the education.
Cool. Thanks, Danna. So my name is Danna Varbie. I am a veterinarian. So right now, I am the only veterinarian that's full-time employed at NAVC. Obviously, we have a lot of other veterinarians that contribute to our organization on our programs committee and other places, but that's kind of my role. So I'm the vice president of veterinary education. So I kind of have a little bit of my hands in everything, but I wanted to just take a minute to tell you about some things I got excited about when we started doing programming for VMX, and I hope you'll be excited about too. So we have a brand new program this year on Sunday called You Matter. And it's kind of exciting because we're taking a look at wellness from a different angle. We've always done a lot of wellness, how to stay well, how to keep your mental health. But as we all know, as veterinarians, what happens after that? What happens if it's too late? What happens if you're in a crisis? What happens if you have anxiety problems? How do you deal with that? So this is really, it's a little bit more focused on what happens when things are bad. So we have a speaker coming in from the Remount Foundation who works with veterans with suicide crisis. And he's actually talking about his suicide crisis and how he kind of overcame that and anxiety. And I think he's just a really good speaker. I'm really excited to hear from him. But we're also talking about some, obviously we still have our health and wellness center, and there's still a lot of wellness. But one of the other speakers I'm really excited about is we have a financial talk in that. And there's a veterinarian who has background in finance. Her name's Jessica Trushell, and she's speaking during that. And I'm really excited to hear from her because, as most of you guys probably know, when veterinarians go to get financial advice, financial advisors are like, "Well, what were you thinking?" And we're like, I was 18 and wanted to be a veterinarian, and I didn't have bills, so that's what I was thinking. So I'm really excited to kind of hear her perspective on that topic. Another great one we have, it's brand new on Saturday, is we have a track called Learning and Leading, and the American Association of Industry Veterinarians is putting that on. And it's talking about how to be a better speaker, how to be a better leader, how to give better presentations, and others, and some information about how adults learn. And when they started talking about it, I realized it didn't just apply to industry veterinarians, because even when I was in practice, I was giving presentations to technicians and doing things for my clinics. So I think it could have a really broad appeal. And again, I'm really excited about the speakers and those topics, because it's not something we hear at every conference. And that's the thing I love. I love our speakers. So we have some great speakers coming. We have a whole bunch of speakers talking about cannabis and CBD, and those rooms are completely full. If you haven't heard Steven Seitel talk, he's got a ton of information coming from the tech side, but he's kind of educating us doctors on CBD therapy. Marty Becker is going to be there again this year, Andy Rourke, some of the big names. But I also think we're really great at recruiting some speakers you haven't heard of. So hopefully you'll wander into one of our sessions and find a new great speaker this year too. So
and I'll jump in. I've put in on the chat that there are some, because one of our big fans of Bridge Club happens to be Verbeck. They are an ongoing supporter of ours. And so they've got some great talks coming up. And the very last one happens to be about skin infections. And that's with Dr. Douglas DeBoer. And he has actually been on the Bridge Club before too. So I bring this up because we love to support our Bridge Clubbers and what they're doing. So these are some great ones coming up. There's the one that I'm most interested in is that the little dogs are not small, big dogs. I thought that was really cute. And then also Carrie Marshall So she didn't give me the dates, but I know the times. I know she is talking on Monday and on Wednesday. So for those of you who are sticking around, Carrie is phenomenal, has a lot to share about what's going on technology-wise. So I highly, highly encourage you to also see those as well. I did see, Jane, I don't know, is there any CAT ones that we need to be aware of? I just want to be sure, give a shout out to anyone if they've got ones they want to be making sure people are aware of. I didn't mean to call Jane out without her being prepared.
No. Well, if Jane's not prepared at the moment, she can
jump in later. But is there any other ones that before we move on to the next topic, because we always are good about our time, that within symposium?
Anything else? Any questions? No, not yet.
Oh.
One of the other things I want to kind of bring everyone's attention to is, one of the things you hear about VMX is it's huge, right? Biggest expo hall and these big lecture halls. But we're really starting to kind of shift and make sure there's a lot more opportunities to get some more small group learning and one-on-one learning. So definitely our hospital design symposium used to be 4 days. We've condensed it down to 2, made it a lot more interactive. I would encourage you to take a look at that if you're even talking about redesigning a hospital. It used to be all about buying a hospital, but now as things are shifting, it's also about how to redesign a hospital and how to make the space a little more efficient too. We still have some great hands-on workshops that still have open spaces, including things like honeybees, which were, if you know anything about the veterinary feed directive, it's really going to help you get into that. And it's just gonna be really fun. And you're going to get to go visit an aviary. I'm not using the right word because aviary is for birds. You're gonna get to open a beehive for the first time. Yeah, so it should be really good. And I would also encourage anyone the Meet the Professor luncheons and rounds are a really great opportunity to get apiary. Like it's not aviary, it's so close. But that's a great opportunity to get in a small group. So Meet the Professor and rounds are they're tiny, and you really get to spend a lot of time with the instructor, and we have some great instructors in there. And it's just a little inexpensive little add-on to your day. Another little new thing, kind of inexpensive add-on, is we have inside the expo hall is the veterinary practice of the future, where we're going to do some great demonstrations on things like virtual reality and augmented reality that are really being done now. And for someone who, again, had trouble plugging in her computer an hour ago, it's not that hard. And 3D imaging and things that you think of as really being high tech. We got some engineering students to come in from the University of Utah, and they're going to teach us. So I am really, really excited. They're really exciting students, fun kids to be around who have all these great ideas and want to work in medicine and really in veterinary medicine. So they have some great examples and some things that they can teach us. So
that is awesome, because I'm looking at the time. We got some stuff we still need to cover off on.
Okay.
So I'm going to jump in really quick here and have us drive over to the expo itself. And I'm going to throw Leah up here first and let Leah talk about one of the coolest things that has ever been happening at the veterinary at VMX or before NAVC or any of the other ones. I'm so excited. So take it away and let us know what is happening.
Oh, thanks, Catherine. I'm really excited to let everybody know we are launching, and when I say we, the company is Think Partners, and we are a company that focuses on developing innovative educational experiences for the veterinary healthcare team. And we partnered with SIVA Animal Health to bring to you Vetscapes, which is a veterinary themed escape room experience on the expo trade show floor. So it's 15 minutes long for groups of 4 to go through, and essentially they work through a series of puzzles to escape the room. I don't want to give really much more away than that. if you know of a group of students, of vets, of anybody working in practice that is interested in participating and going through the booth, you have to visit the SIVA booth first, and they will give you some information about what you need, and then you come with a wristband and you sign up, and your group can go through the experience. So we're really excited about it. The concept has additional product offerings that we're working on, where this idea can be brought to smaller teams and to presentations and in other formats. So the first is the booth experience, and we're really excited about launching it at VMX.
I think there's going to be a long line. I think get there early. So the booth number, go to SIVA first. So do you know SIVA's number?
I don't, but we're pretty much side by side, but the Vetscapes booth is 435.
And I just put that in the chat, so everyone will have that as well. And so with that, I did want to, because we're going to go and we'll talk about the other stuff you guys can do, but I want to be sure, Danna, that we jump back in and talk about kind of, we've done a little of the education. Is there anything else happening in the exhibit hall as well, or should we be moving now into the extra entertainment?
First, I just want to mention that the SIVA booth is 441. I just looked it up really quickly. So it is right beside. Dana, did you want to cover anything else in the expo hall, or do you want me to move to the fun stuff? Outside of VMX, of course.
I'm sorry,
There's
really
a lot
quick,
of fun
445 you said? I just want to make sure I'm putting that in here.
441.
Thank you, it's in there. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
no,
great.
I would encourage everyone, remember that there's a lot of actual CE that goes on in our
Yes,
expo
there
hall.
is.
So don't feel like if you go down there, you're not going to get your CE, or you're not going to get to bop into a session. Just go down there and hang out and have fun and find some place to sit and relax for an hour and hear some good stuff. So
I've got an entire day on Monday moderating at the NAVC. What's it called? It's called the NAVC.
At Central?
Yep.
Central?
Discovery, VMX Discovery Theater.
Discovery, yeah. So
Oh,
Discovery's the
great.
other area, but that's a good one.
So
A
there's a
lot
lot
of
of
moderators
great
love that
things
one.
going on there. Oh my God, I'm so glad they assigned me that. So don't come see
everybody
me,
loves
and then
that.
I'll point you in the right direction.
Thank you for bringing that up, Deborah, because I was actually looking online to try to find out more information about that. So good. I was going to ask about that.
I always
what's all in the
volunteer.
Discovery Theater? What's in there?
So go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. There's two big theaters in our expo hall, and one's in NAVC Central, and the other one's in the Discovery area. And they both just have their sponsored talks about new products, about new ideas, new science coming out. They're really broad, so don't worry you're going to go down there and be sold something. It's really some interesting science getting presented down there. And they're a little bit longer. They tend to be a little more interactive, a little more fun, because it's in the exhibit hall, and you know, we want to keep your attention. And there's a lot.
So what I would say is, if anyone goes to one of those and you think they're super cool and interesting, and it's something that would be worth the Bridge Club, bring it back to Brenda and I, because we would love to have more of that kind of stuff here at the Bridge Club. That'd be
they'd be good. They'd be good speakers for you guys, because they're the
awesome.
ones that catch attention. You know, draw
The
them
new
in.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, despite that, I mean, the new stuff is always really exciting. But I think, you know, as we were talking about with Verbac and SIVA too, the information they always bring to bear is always really great content too. I'm always impressed with the quality of the content and obviously the vast amount of content that is available.
Absolutely. I just think it's great that it's in the expo hall as well as outside in the classrooms, because you can really get a full day of CE and see all the exhibitors much better by doing the CE in the exhibit hall. I'm just saying.
Yes, yeah.
True.
So.
Okay, so with that, I will say, I did also know as we move into the outside of the exhibit halls and outside of the symposiums that Verbeck is, I guess, paying for lunch for everybody, if that's an option, on the 22nd, which is what day?
That's the Wednesday. No, Tuesday.
Tuesday? Yeah, so, and I'm gonna just pop that in here because that was something else that we were also shared with us. They were good about sending me a note, can you tell? So that's all good. So that's on that one. Okay, Danna, what else we got going on? See how fast this goes? We don't have that much more time.
Yeah, I know. I noticed it's already 8:18, so I'll try to run through this part quickly. But after sitting through the sessions all day and walking the expo hall all day long, you probably have a lot of steps on your Fitbit and you're hungry and you just want to relax a little. So I'm going to cover some of the outside of VMX dining and entertainment that you can take advantage of right in our backyard. Luckily, there's a ton to do right along International Drive, which is connected to the Orange County Convention Center and is walkable. It's just minutes away from our host hotels and the OCCC, and the options are really pretty much limitless. So starting with our host hotels, if you are looking for more upscale dining, I highly recommend Spencer's at the Hilton and Fiorenzo's at the Hyatt. They are great for meetings. Yeah, and they're delicious. So those are highly recommended. They're right in our host hotel, so you don't even have to go far. But just a few blocks beyond that is Point Orlando. And if you haven't been, it's right along iDrive, and you can find a ton of options there. A few of my personal favorites are Capitol Grill. There's also Del Frisco's Double Eagle, that's great. And then it's not really part of Point Orlando, but Cafe Tutu Tango is a super fun restaurant. It's tapas style, and they usually feature local artists that are painting their art and actually displaying and selling it within the restaurant. So it's a really fun environment. Just down the street.
That, Danna, because that is, Tutu Tango has great food, a fun atmosphere, and it's reasonably, it's relatively affordable too.
Oh, yeah,
I think definitely. Capitol Grill prices and Del Frisco's and stuff, you can go to Tutu Tango and have a really phenomenal meal, and you don't have to spend, a fortune to do it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, definitely. And their sangria is awesome. So just to note.
That's cool. We're all there. There you
Good
go.
pointer.
We should have our next Bridge Club meeting there.
Absolutely.
Love
I'm on location at Tutu Tango, yes.
Well, you had me at Artistry, and I know we're having dinner on Saturday. A couple of us are, and I'm thinking, well, maybe that's where we need to go because that would be fun. But then you really sold me with the sangria, so I think.
Yeah, highly recommend. So then I just also want to quickly mention a little bit down the street is the Dr. Phillips area of Orlando, which offers a mecca of dining options. My favorites there are Rocco's Tacos. It's a Mexican restaurant with a really fun and funky vibe, and I highly recommend it. Also great margaritas. And then Stato Sushi is right around the corner from there. It's my favorite sushi restaurant in all of Orlando, and I actually live here in Orlando, so that's saying a lot. There's a lot of sushi to choose from. Also, some members of our staff highly recommend Vines and Slate. And then if you're in the mood for some kind of ethnic cuisine, there's a Turkish restaurant called Bosphorus that is absolutely incredible. So I really recommend that. It's definitely a special place. And flipping the switch a little bit, once your bellies are full.
Before you do, I'm going to go ahead and post in. I did find the name of that other restaurant, that other sushi restaurant, and it's Dragonfly. So it's,
that's so good too.
Yeah, yes. So I'm going to post that in here, but Dragonfly, and I'm putting in the phone number too. It's really, really good. So I do highly encourage that if you're a big sushi person. So go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'll go through this really quickly. But since your bellies are now full, you probably might want to go have a little fun. And lucky for all of us, International Drive offers a whole lot of fun. So there's actually a trolley that you can jump on if your legs are tired from full days at VMX. So here's what I recommend along iDrive. If you're looking for something fun to do, there's indoor skydiving, which is awesome. It's not just for kids. I've done it myself, and it's really fun. The Orlando Eye is the really big rotating eye. It's modeled after the London Eye. We have one here in Orlando. You can see almost all of the city from up there. There's the Mario Andretti indoor racing track, so you can feel like a kid again. There's also Topgolf right around the corner. And then there's a brand new Star Flyer, which is a large, very high up swing that rotates similar to the Orlando Eye, but it's it's not scary. It looks so cool. I haven't done it yet, but I really want to try it this year. And then obviously you're all aware of the other world famous attractions here in Orlando, like Universal Studios. There's a new water park that Universal just debuted called Volcano Bay. And then of course the multiple Walt Disney World parks.
That's pretty cool. That is, you guys have the best location, I would say, for like.
Can I mention one more
I
thing?
think so.
You want me to go to?
Yes.
Yes, please.
May I jump in? Okay, so Catherine and I, through the Bridge Club, we have, we do something called the Industry Icon event as well, and we're going to be honoring Bob Batera this at VMX, who was he's the president of this and CEO of the American Pet Products Association, also one of the founders of the Human Animal Bond Research Institute. Super, super terrific guy. And for those of you who are interested, Saturday evening at the Hyatt, and it is, we're going to identify the suite there, but we'd really love to offer everybody who's here an opportunity to come attend that event and get to know some of the people who are some of the key influencers in the veterinary profession, and also meet just a really terrific guy who's been a phenomenal mentor in the veterinary profession and can talk a lot about his passion for animal care and some of the things he's done with APPA and with Habri. So that's really not, I don't know if it's because it's entertainment or not, but it's fun. It's a great group of people and a really good opportunity to kind of mix with a few people who are really making difference in the veterinary profession too, you know, beyond just veterinary practice. So I want to throw that one out.
And it's casual, so there will be no fancy smancy. It is meant to be casual.
As you can tell by the flannels,
Yeah.
You can wear what you want to the Bridge Club.
So we have put in there the code. So if you put that in, go to the link, use the code, you get $20 off. She and I are paying for, this is our business. So we just need a little bit of $15 to help pay for the alcohol. So that is what that is. But there is a great question on here, and I don't know if this goes to Dana or Danna. And that is, what about the concerts? What are the concerts? What's happening?
Danna, you can take that.
Okay, so our concert is Monday evening, and we have Little Big Town. They are a country group, and we're really, really excited to have them. They are one of the hottest groups in country music right now, and if you haven't heard of them, they're incredible vocalists, and I think a fun fact is that they were all roommates in college, so that's kind of fun.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So with that, I taught them, if they see the zero, they got to stop. So what we say is that we're at the 25-minute mark. We'll keep talking for in our after party, but we just always want to give people that exit moment, but we'll continue. So tell us a little bit more about these boys.
Okay, so it's
2 boys and 2 girls, and they've had like amazing top hits.
Yeah, it's 2 boys and 2 girls, and one of the boys and one of the girls are actually married to each other, which is also really fun. They're college sweethearts, and their music is incredible. We actually have them on our hold music right now, so if you call our office line, you'll get to hear a sampling of them, or you could just Google them. But they're really great. And then Monday evening, we have Brooke Shields. She will be our keynote speaker on Monday. I'm sorry, that's Saturday night. Ignore that. Saturday night, we have Brooke Shields. And then Tuesday evening, we have Brandon McMillan from Lucky Dog. So we have an excellent lineup this year that we're really, really excited about.
So why Brooke Shields? I'm sorry, I don't mean to ask that, but I'm just curious, why Brooke? Is she a big animal person? I don't even know this.
Dana, do you want to take that one?
Oh, well, I think I'm trying to remember.
I can chime in if you want me to.
No, go ahead. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember.
Okay, so a lot of our theme kind of for this year is You Matter, and a lot of it has to do with the you know, suicide rates in the veterinary profession being at an all-time high. And Brooke Shields has personally struggled with a lot of depression in her past, so she will be talking about overcoming those feelings and getting to a more positive mindset. So it's kind of all a part of our health and well-being goal and theme throughout the week.
Okay. Listen, she has done an amazing job in the second half of her acting career. I am a big fan. I love that she's gone like more grittier kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen her recently, but was she in Oh, Santa Clara. I think she was in Santa Clara on Netflix. She did a really good job of poking fun at herself. So I am actually a big fan. So I think that's fantastic. As we're going through that. And then I'm just looking through any other free events. Is everything free?
Yes, so I just made a comment in the discussion that yes, these are all events that are included with your registration. You do just have to have your badge on.
Okay.
I'll say this too. I think this gets skipped a lot. Most of the time, if you just registered as a veterinarian, you get lunch too. So remember that. Yeah, that lunch is in the exhibit hall, with the exception of Saturday when we have the opening general session with Rob Lowe, and you get lunch with that too. So just remember, I mean, you can't go out to lunch because sometimes it's fun to get away and hang out with your friends. But
from that perspective, I have to say, I've always been impressed. I don't want anybody to rush over there, but the Beeline Diner that's there in the Hyatt,
yes,
they serve really good
really
food.
Good.
It's great quality food, and the service is usually very fast and very friendly too. I'm always happy.
I agree, and their pastry display is impressive.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
that's my favorite breakfast stop. Because we don't do breakfast. So that is my absolute favorite breakfast stop.
Yeah,
yes.
They do a nice job. But don't go there at 9 when I'm there every day. No.
It does get pretty crowded, so give yourself enough time.
Crowded, yeah.
So I will say this, Brenda and I tend to hang out the entire time in the lobby. So if you see us there, we ask you come say hello.
Yes.
So are you talking about the lobby at the Hyatt or the Hilton, or which lobby?
We're at the Hyatt. We'll be at the Hyatt.
We're almost always.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys were there last year, but the Hyatt has a new little cafe area where you can also grab breakfast. It's around the corner from the Beeline Diner. There's tons of seating. So it's not the lobby, but it's just a little bit over from the lobby. And there's places where you can, it's an atrium, I think. So it's kind of open air and it's really bright and nice. So I recommend sitting there too.
We're in that a lot. We're in that little
bar outside Fiorenzo and
the bar a lot.
I was gonna say that's my favorite daytime stuff because they have good coffee and they can like do lattes and stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's usually we find a table and camp out and for our meetings and things. So yes.
Yeah.
If you see the funky hair and Catherine's big smile, don't be afraid to come say hello.
Absolutely. And we're having some people having trouble getting in. So I'm quickly, because I just saw that Ben joined and I think there was a little confusion on the time. So we will go a little longer to make sure Ben gets any questions that he has asked as well. And hello, Ben, long time no see.
Hey. Yeah, I must have had the time wrong. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't you worry, but no, there was a back and forth on it. So I think we may have a few people pop in. So I was aware of that I kind of got alerted to that early and tried to fix it, but.
Yeah, no stress.
So listen, what are you looking forward to most about VMX? Because we've got the experts here. If there's a question, now's the time to ask.
That's a good question. For me, honestly, and this is probably out of the context that we're normally in, but we're exhibiting. Vetios is exhibiting for the first time at VMX, so we're really excited to try that out.
Good.
We're in the S's, so we're in the startup circle. I think we're either S20 or S23, maybe.
She's looking it up. She's looking it up. It's
good. We'll find it in a minute. Yeah. So you're right by Veterinary Practice of the Future and the Discovery Theater.
Oh, perfect.
They're all together. Yeah.
You got that
space is Veterinary
So
Practice.
you are at S20, and I'm going to put it in the notes over here.
Okay, great.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah. So because you guys are doing some great stuff, and I think that would be amazing for people to see it.
Yeah. And we will.
Thank you.
I mentioned it, but just in case, we will share all the chat session with everybody when we show the video back in too. So everything here in the chat, don't worry about trying to scribble it all down.
Yeah, if you're like trying to write stuff really fast, etc. Yeah, we want to be sure everyone. Leah's like, I can't read it anyway. It's too
Here.
Oh well.
Now I can.
There you go. There you can now.
And Dana, I want to, everybody is still on to, I want to just compliment how great of a job you have done, I think, at giving us kind of that inside skinny on what's happening, that, the things that you highlight both from an educational perspective, but I mean, just, you know, the ideas of what's there on iDrive within walking distance and some of your favorite spots to really, I think, to me anyway, I think really a nice way to round out the whole experience. So thank you for being so prepared and doing such a great job.
Yeah, it's been.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
So Marty just joined too. So Marty, I know you're having some challenges getting in, and I think there's a time issue, but what are you most excited about with VMX? Oh, we have you on mute. Un moment. You have it on mute. I can't unmute you. You have
It's
to.
on the bottom left of your screen.
There.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there you are. Now we can hear you.
There you are. Hi,
There-
Marty.
Hi.
There.
I'm most excited about the fact that there's so many different groups that meet at the same place in the same time.
That's a good point, Marty. And that's one that hadn't been brought up yet, but there are so, you're right, the industry veterinarians are
Networking.
and the feather and the tap group, and there's a huge, I love that.
How many groups do you know, Danna? How many groups or Dana? How many all come together and use this as their central meeting place?
Well, you know, and that's hard for us to track, but I mean, we have the expo hall keeps growing, and it's crazy because I've certainly, like, the first time I walked into our expo hall, I'm like, who else can we possibly add? But apparently there's folks to still add, and it's great. So a lot of people seem to just use this as like one of their big meetings for the year, whether it's different associations or different companies or new groups or, you know, different groups trying to work together. So it's really hard to kind of track that, but it just seems like it's a really convenient time for most people too. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, agreed. And I think if I had to put a number on it, of course, don't quote me on this, but I would say it's upwards of 700 or 800 because we have 700 exhibiting companies alone.
Yeah.
Then we have all of our alumni groups from the different veterinary schools, and there are a ton of other groups as well. So it's probably around 800 different groups coming together.
We have like allied meetings and like I said, companies request meeting rooms. It's just, we run out of meeting rooms. So
Because we have 2 people exhibiting for the first time, what is the traffic like? Like, what is the total number of people that literally physically walk through?
So at least most of our attendees, I mean, we have a number of folks that just come for Expo. So for those of you that haven't experienced Expo before, I mean, we have folks just come for Expo, especially if they're local, they'll just come on Sunday just for Expo. So traffic is really heavy Sunday and Monday because those are the holidays, and it slows a little bit on Tuesday and Wednesday. But any breaks, our lunches are often in the expo hall. Traffic can be kind of crazy. So last year in total, we had just under 18,000 total attendees. And that's exhibitors and veterinarians and guests and everyone. But I mean, I think we had like over 7,000 veterinarians alone. And I mean, it's also probably one of the most common places for technicians to come too. So, because through sponsorship and other things, we've managed to keep the technician registration as low as we possibly can. So.
No, I think that's awesome. I think that's really awesome. So are you ready for that traffic, Ben?
Hey, we'll take it. I think so, at least. We'll see. There'll be 3 of us, so we should have decent coverage to not, get killed in 4 days. So.
So Danna and Dana, between now and the time that people actually get the registration badges and the information, is the website the best place to go? And like, where on the website do you look
or
for
the app? Go to the app.
The app.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So there's 2 options. So for everything VMX, you can visit our website. It's navc.com/VMX. Or as Dana mentioned, we do have our VMX 2019 mobile app. You can download that in the App Store on all Apple and Android devices.
Yeah.
And the app does include the schedule and everything.
Yeah.
And Dana, if you want to jump on that a little bit more.
Well, I was going to say, the nice thing about the app is that if there's a schedule change, if we have a last minute speaker cancellation because of illness or, something else, we don't have a ton of those things happen, but everybody has medical emergencies or crazy things happen. Every year I'm like, no weather. There's no weather next week anywhere in the entire country, or internationally for that matter. There will be no weather. But if there's like a last minute cancellation, or we have to shift something, or we have, you know, notifications coming out, there's a change, the app will push them right to your phone. And so turn on the notifications for that while you're at conference too, because you'll get a little push that'll say, hey, this session just got moved. And that way you don't miss anything. And we try and keep up on top of that as best as possible. So it's the best way to find out things, or where lunch is being served, or what time things are happening. Or
Well, without having to carry big printed.
Hey, I will say, I have it in front of me this year. You guys are getting a sneak peek of it. It is a little bit thinner than years past, so it won't be quite as heavy for you. But as Dana mentioned, the app is really going to be the best place for all the session locations. If a room gets changed for any reason, like we needed overflow, or you know, any reason at all, it will be posted in the app. Obviously, we cannot reprint that, and we do have the big display boards with the locations and the scientific sessions every day. But again, some of that gets outdated if a room does change. So the app is definitely the best place to get up-to-date information.
Love that. I love that. I love that.
So, you know, Sherry, Allison, I mean, anybody else who's on, what questions do you have? What questions have we not answered yet? What kinds of information would be helpful?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course,
Would
yes.
it be possible to post the links to the app in the chat here?
Oh yeah, the links to the app.
Well, you actually just go into the App Store on your phone and search VMX 2019, and you will find it. It will pop up.
Okay, great. Thanks.
And I will actually type that in the notes here so everyone knows.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's going to be really good. That's really good. Other questions? Because we've been so lucky to have these great guys, and then the thing is, we're all going to be together in just a few days.
Crazy how it's almost here.
Yep.
Which I love. Oh, I should ask this. Who's all going to the leadership, the AVMA leadership? Anyone? Oh, I am too. Deborah, make sure you and I, okay. Dana too. Julie, are you there? You're muted, honey. You're muted. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
It's all about the love here, don't you notice? Honey, you're muted.
No, I'm not going this year.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Well, Deborah, maybe you and I can meet there, because I know we've been trying to connect. So maybe I'm there Saturday and Sunday, because the world is just too busy for me to take 4 days and then turn around and.
Yeah, no, that's great, because I'm in the Hyatt, so I can also meet you down at the crack of dawn at the coffee shop too. So where you and Brenda will be hanging on stools.
We will be, because we tend to we hold on.
I've seen you hanging on stools, so I know.
It's so funny.
Yeah, we tend to find a spot and camp out. It's true, we do.
So my dream one day that Brenda and I, if we ever do exhibit at VMX, is that it is an open bar the entire time.
I mean,
awesome. You might eat those words, however.
I'm gonna hang out with you guys.
When we can afford it, when we can afford it, we will be there.
Yes.
It's for the reason that is set up bar stools and serve tea that looks like bourbon. That would be, you know.
Yes. I mean, I'm telling you, even if we don't open up until the last hour of the convention center and it is open bar, people will be like, what?
Like this big crowd around you.
Yeah, big dreams for 2020.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Any parting thoughts? Let's let both Dana and Danna give a parting thought, and then if anyone has any other parting thoughts, but this is going to be an amazing, amazing conference. So which one of you wants to go first?
I mean, I'll say I'm excited to see everybody. I hope you guys have a great time, and if you ever have suggestions or things you want to see more of or things you want to see less of, you know, we listen to everything. So we do take it, we really do quite a bit with it. So I'm just excited to see everybody and hear everybody's feedback this year. So I think it's gonna be a great year.
Awesome.
Yes, likewise. And I'll just add that VMX is my absolute favorite event of the year, not just because I work for the NAVC, but there's just so much energy and excitement there. There's something for everyone. So, you know, whether you're a seasoned veterinary professional or you're just getting into the industry, you'll find plenty to see, do, and learn at VMX. And we can't wait to see you all in Orlando.
That was like a great little promo. I may do, you know how we get two versions of it? We get like the gallery, and then we can do the speaker view. I may download that and throw that up there. That was pretty good.
Oh, good.
Oh, great.
Public service announcements, yes.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Any other comments from everybody? Because you know us, we like to keep everyone and give them their evenings, because we obviously are robbing you of it a little bit tonight.
I think we should get a screenshot of Dana Miller's picture, because I love those ears.
I know. And actually, I'm going to do it right now. Here, get a good pose. Get ready, get a good pose. Totally did it. Totally did it. I could have frozen it.
I know, maybe when I ears, right? You know?
Well, when she does her little, so the funny part is when she will do the one where it's just the speaker, it's going to be her really big screen.
Sorry, Dana, I apologize, but I just think it's so great. So I had to say
Oh, you have no idea. That's going on Facebook like right after we get out of here. And it's
no problem.
It's
Guys, I thought it was I also thought it was so great that I wrote it into my toast. So anyone that didn't get to hear, I'll just quickly say that I brought a friend with me tonight. His name is Belvedere. He gets his name for his velvet ears, and he's helping me listen to all the discussion points tonight. And so anyone who wasn't here in the beginning, that's the story for this. And the board is actually covering up my massive to-do list for our event that I didn't think anyone would want to see.
So we do have a parting question, and I think this is important, especially because, Dana, you mentioned something. Any suggestions for leadership lectures or events other than the AVMA leadership meeting? So you said there's a whole track on leadership, but what?
There is. There's the Learning and Leading, the American Association of Industry Veterinarians on Saturday. So that would be like definitely where I would, if you're looking for a leadership CE, I would go the whole day. Because when we went through the topics, I was like, oh, those are really good. And it's not something we've done before. So that should be really, really exciting.
So on Saturday, Holly.
Who are some speakers for the that Saturday's event? Do you know off the top of your head?
Do I know who?
Who some of the speakers are for the learning and leadership? And then we can look it up. I just thought you might know off the top of your head.
No, and I don't know off the top of my head because, like, frankly, they're all starting to be like, it's like alphabet soup up there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. And look at Danna's over here, like, filtering through as fast as she possibly can.
I'm trying to find it for you guys.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the morning session is called Delivering More Impactful Presentations. That's with Royce Ann Collins and Judy Favor. And they are actually the instructors for the entire track. There's also a topic, Becoming a More Emotionally Intelligent Leader. We also have Using Neuroscience Principles to Enhance Learning, and Interactive Techniques to Enhance Learning, and then also Learning and Cognitive Styles. So a lot of great topics there.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully that helps Holly as she's thinking about.
And what day is that?
Saturday.
This is on Saturday, and the room location, which I will put in the show notes here, is S210A through C. And the track goes from 8 a.m. all the way until 4:45 p.m., which I'll also include over here for you guys.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
You are very welcome.
Okay. Now, any parting thoughts?
Really, really.
I promise.
Okay. Well,
I think that's it, you guys. Okay, so everyone raise your glass.
God, Andrew,
It's going to be one heck of a VMX. If you see Dana, if you see Danna, please tell them they're doing an amazing job. And with that, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic VMX. Cheers.
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 Thank you for being here tonight. We really appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, this was so much fun.
Thanks, everybody.